So for the press review now, Alitza's joining us. She's starting off with US President Donald Trump's war on drugs with South America's cartels. It's intensifying, isn't it? What are the papers saying there?
Indeed, Stuart. So the Washington Post here says that Trump beats the drums of war for direct action in Venezuela. There are dozens of warships, planes, and thousands of US troops newly deployed in the Caribbean Sea. And that's, of course, because the president declared an armed conflict with drug trafficking groups. The article here says that the US president seems determined to start a new war. And some say that the ultimate goal is to topple Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro. And the New York Times here says that he is also expanding the operation. He struck boats in the Pacific. And Miami Herald here reports that after the Pacific, Trump threatened to expand the drug war to land. Trump's strikes have been described as extrajudicial killings, but the US president says that he has the right to attack, calling it a national security issue.
Donald Trump has also directly accused Gustavo Petro, Colombia's president, of being a drug trafficking leader. How are the papers reacting to that?
Yeah, indeed. El País here with an editorial says that Colombia and the US need each other. The article reminds that for decades the two countries have had a very good relationship, calling it a paradigm of a strategic alliance in Latin America. It says that what's happening now was unthinkable just a few years ago, and the editorial calls the escalation between Petro and Trump more than a diplomatic dispute and says that both sides must slow down now. Stuart.
Let's move to a different story for you now. An Iranian woman who has been held here in France was conditionally released on Wednesday. Tell us more about this one.
Yeah, that's right. So she was arrested in February and accused of promoting terrorism on social media. And Le Monde says that France and Iran have discussed her release in exchange for Cécile Kohler and Jacques Paris. That's a French couple detained by Iran in May. We have been reporting on that. And the decision to free her under judicial supervision was confirmed by the prosecutor's office, the same office that didn't really want to release her. Her lawyer confirmed that the prosecutor strongly opposed her release, but said that the court considered that the pretrial detention was too long. And then Iranian state media Press TV writes that she's an academic who was detained for pro-Palestinian activism. The media reminds that her arrest drew sharp criticism in Iran that said that the arrest was politically motivated and a violation of free expression, Stuart.
And finally from Alitza, she's got some environmental news that's caught your attention.
Yeah, it's this fascinating report by The Guardian on the migration of elephants in Kenya. So the article says that each year elephants wander huge distances following seasonal rains. That's in Kenya, but also across Africa. And they've been doing so for thousands of years. But nowadays they are clashing with high-speed roads and humans who have installed themselves on these roads. So the article says that some elephants manage to pass, for example, to go under a highway or find a way to reach their destination, but others get stuck and die. And a proposed highway extension there could cut off their migration routes forever. And I want to show you that picture. It was an elephant that emerged behind the trees near a village there. So that really highlights another problem there, which is clashes between humans and elephants. So migration routes are often close to where people live. Some villages are even in the middle of the route. And especially if humans there have crops or food, elephants tend to go there, search for that food, and sometimes get aggressive and clash with people. That has resulted into killings of people and then kind of revenge killings of elephants because, of course, humans are upset. Conservation organizations, however, are trying to work with local people and try to find a middle ground. And I'm going to show you one solution here. That's a beehive fence. So basically, you put it around the village, and it scares off the elephants without hurting them, and it even helps with the pollination of the crops. So the good news here, Stuart, is that local people there still want to make cohabitation work.
That's good to know. It would certainly scare me off. I wouldn't go that near the beehive myself. Thanks a lot, Litsa Ganova there with the papers for us here on France 24.